I was hesitating about doing this video because if I'm honest with you, self-awareness, it hasn't been one of my strong qualities. But then I just think about myself right now and how I used to be a year ago or 2 years ago, and the difference is huge. And I definitely have been learning how to be more self-aware, and for me, self-awareness is key if you are looking to level up, to become a best version of yourself, to take your life to the next level. There is no progress without self awareness, and we need to start talking a little bit more about this. Self awareness that is equal to consciousness, and if we see the world around, the reason why all these bad things are happening, why people are getting stuck and engaging in damaging behaviors, is because of their lack of consciousness. So, today we are going to talk about how to be more self-aware. Hello my loves, welcome to my channel. My name is Eva. You can find me on all social media as Mindful with Eva. In this community, we discuss everything related to self-development, femininity, and how to become the best versions of ourselves. And if you like any of these topics, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and to share your thoughts about the video in the comment section. So, to be self aware is the ability to be able to see yourself clearly from the inside, to know yourself, everything deeply about yourself, the way you think, the way you behave. You need to ask yourself, how can I be better? How can I be the best version of myself? Part of self-awareness is asking yourself questions, like literally questioning everything. I question myself, I question others, I question the world, I question God. I'm always asking questions. My desire is to know more so that I can understand more, so that I can change more, so that I can do more. Most of us, including myself a couple of years ago, live our lives on autopilot. We are getting the same results, similar situations over and over again, and we don't even stop and ask ourselves, why is this happening? It's not coincidence that you are getting attracted to the same toxic guy. It's not coincidence that you are fired from your job again. It's not coincidence that you are not finding good friends. We rarely stop and question ourselves. Why do you think the way you think? Why do you behave the way that you behave? Why do you act and react the way that you react and act? What has happened in your past, in your childhood, in your relationships to cause you to behave in this manner? I ask myself questions, I write them down. I ask myself at any given time, how are you feeling? Why are you feeling this way? How are you feeling today? Because sometimes we feel triggered by things or we start to feel a little bit weird, and we can even explain to ourselves the reason of that feeling. Like we literally don't know how we are feeling or the reason in why we are feeling in a particular way. Another part of being self aware is being honest with yourself. Taking a deep dive into your subconscious, into your mind, into your heart, and question it and being okay to see it. It might be bad, it might be ugly, it might not be pretty, but you are willing to take a look into your own heart and your own soul and to be honest. I have been working a lot around self awareness this last year, and it's been challenging. I found a lot of patterns and behaviors on myself that it was very hard to recognize them and accept them and integrate them as a part of myself. Patterns and attitudes that I was rejecting, and those parts of myself needed some work to do. But if you reject them, if you neglect them, then you are just not evolving. There was moments in my life where I was blaming everyone around me for things that happened. This person did it, or she behaved in this way, or this outcome happened because of this person. Blah 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 blah. Stop. Take accountability. Stop blaming other people, because if something happened that you didn't want it to happen, you play a part on it. And it's in that moment when you need to start analyzing the situation. why this happened, how it makes me feel, how can I prevent a situation like this in the future, how can I do it better next time. But if you don't take accountability, if you still blaming other people around, you just don't grow. You just still in the same cycle, action and consequence, and it's the same over time, over and over again. And I'm just using this as an example to show you how deep honesty and being transparent and open with yourself can actually improve your life. Because when you are self aware, you don't have to wait for someone to tell you or show you how you look or how you're acting or how you are behaving. Because deep down, you know exactly how you are and how you are behaving, even if you want to neglect it. So it's important that we know ourselves. It's very important. A part of self awareness is knowing yourself. And we can only really know ourselves if we actually take time to be alone, just to be with yourself with no distractions. It's okay to be by yourself. And a lot of times we distract ourselves with people, with friendships, with relationships, with other things to avoid actually taking a look at ourselves. We won't check our behaviors. We don't know our strengths and weaknesses. So every time, for example, someone says, I don't think that you should probably do this. Maybe you should do something else. You're not quite strong in this area. You attack them. You think people is judging you, and sometimes actually people is trying to help us grow. If you are not self-aware, every constructive criticism you get is going to be rejected by you, and you will think everyone is a hater, but maybe they are not. Or maybe the other scenario is that someone can come to you and try to say something constructive criticisms, but you know yourself so well that what they are saying to you doesn't trigger you. You know who you are, you listen to them, you give your point of view, or maybe you don't. But the comment doesn't affect you because you know who you are, and if that person is not being real, then you are fine with it. Who are you? What are you? And what do you want? Once we are able to answer those questions, our lives will level up in a way you might not imagine. Because when you don't know the answers to these questions, you don't have direction. You don't have any goal. And why you don't have any goal is because you never took the time to sit down and ask yourself these valuable questions. I question myself every single day. So, a few questions that you can ask yourself is who I am. And by this, I don't mean your profession, what do you do for work, if you are a mother or not, who you really are, like who you are at your core. Like, what does your soul tell you that who you are? What do you like doing? What are your likes and your dislikes? Where do you want to be in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years? Where do you want to be in life? What are some of your goals? Long term goals, short term, mid term goals. Who are the people that are in your life? Who do I want to be in my life? Who I don't want to be in my life? Those questions are key for you to grow up as a woman, to grow up in this world. What do you want to be? Who do you want to be? What do you want to achieve? Who do you want to help? Who do you want to inspire? Ask yourself these questions, get a piece of paper, write down these questions and answer them. We can be living on autopilot. We can live life unconscious because what's going to happen is you're going to wake up one day, you're going to be 50, and you're going to complain about your life. I don't want to complain about my life. I want to be able to create the life that I want. And you're only able to create the life that you want when you know what kind of life do you want. And once you do this, it's going to be challenging because it's like being in a different reality. Imagine you falling asleep and waking up in 100 years, living in a completely different reality. You start to see all our lives with a very different perspective, and this is very hard, trust me, because it's like Wow, I didn't know how much I was damaging myself. You start asking yourself how different life will be if you will have more self-awareness a couple years ago before making such a bad decisions. But that's how different your life can be now if you start to be more aware right now at this very moment. So start taking accountability, avoid all distractions, take your phone far away, don't spend the whole day scrolling on Instagram, on TikTok, because that is distracting you. Your mind is always busy with things that doesn't serve you in any way. Start being present, go for a walk, no music, no nothing. You enjoying this present with your thoughts, being grateful. Everything what you need to know is there inside of you, but you have been avoiding it all the time. Just try it. Spend 1 hour alone with your thoughts, and you're going to have a lot of information that you didn't think you had. And it's in that moment when your life starts to change for the best. So don't forget it. Question yourself, take accountability, avoid distractions, and live in this present moment because your life is going to blow up to the next level. And that's all the video for today. I hope guys you really enjoyed it. Remember, subscribe to the channel, and whatever comment that you want to make on the comment sections, whatever suggestion, if you want to add anything else to this topic, it makes me so happy to hear it. So that's all the video. Thank you for being here. I wish you a very good day and see you next week. Bye.